Hey everybody, John here. This is the Blue Water Outlook weekly weather briefing for September 20th. And you know, while I think of it, I really don't do this much for advertisements, hardly ever. But if you like my BWO content, send it on to others who are interested in weather and let them know about it. They might want to subscribe. They can subscribe for free at BWO Weather, bluewateroutlook.com. Anyway, with that, let's get started in today's briefing. Okay, so last week we had quite a bit of heavy rain up in the upper Midwest. You can see it in this area here, 1 to 3 inches of rain locally, 4 inches and more. A lot of dry weather in this area, and I'm going to show you this is an area that really is in a drought. So we've been getting some rain right through the plains here, but that isn't needed as much as further off to the east. Other than that, it was a pretty quiet week. Now, as far as temperatures go, it was a hot week over the central U.S. So many areas in drought not only had rain-free conditions, but very hot conditions. Temperatures averaged 6 to 10 degrees or even more, 12 degrees above normal. Now, if you're looking for a sign of fall, some cooler weather, New England has some frost advisories posted. So it's beginning to feel a little bit like fall in the Northeast. Hottest temperatures of the week. Well, this shade of brown right here, 95 to 100 degrees. And so St. Louis, for example, over into Illinois, 95 to 100. Desert Southwest is sure hot, well over 100 degrees. Now, as far as moisture in the air, there is some moisture in the air in the 60s right through the central, south central U.S. So if we get some lift, we do have some low-level moisture that could produce some rain. Rivers are pretty quiet. Matter of fact, I put out something recently about the low flow concerns, so we definitely need some rain. And there is going to be a chance of rain here in areas that need it. We have this area of low pressure aloft, producing some scattered showers, a better area of low pressure off to the west. And by Wednesday, you can see this lobe of low pressure aloft, and that's going to give a good chance of some rain over areas that need it. So we take a look at temperatures. You can see here blues indicate below normal temperatures and red above normal. So generally the eastern part of the U.S. above normal temperatures, generally the southwest part of the U.S. near to a little bit below normal temperatures. Now, what about the tropics? You know, considering we've been in the peak of hurricane season, sure have not been much threat to the U.S., and that looks like that's going to continue to be the situation. The steering winds have been coming out from the main development region, moving north and then northeast, and you can see that that's what Gabrielle, Tropical Storm Gabrielle, is forecast to do. Is a forecast to turn into a hurricane early in the week, but then move away from the U.S. Might move fairly close to Bermuda, but right now the track is to the east. We have a second system this week that could develop. I looked at the ensemble model runs on that, and if it does develop, it looks like it's going to again turn north and northeast. I'll keep an eye on it though. Okay, now back to the rain this week. Well, it'll be interesting here because I've been mentioning in my updates we have two areas of drought. We have this persistent drought in the western U.S., and we have this drought that has emerged fairly quickly over the last month in this region. So take a look at this weekly rain forecast. It does look like this weekly rain is going to cover right in here. So this is going to be a very beneficial rain. There could be some flooding concerns on low drainages and such, urban areas, but overall, 1 to 3 inches of rain in this area is going to be a very beneficial rain for helping those areas in drought. Okay, now what about the extended outlook for week 2? Well, here we go. I don't see many areas of below normal temperatures. Actually, I don't see any. So above normal to some degree, and overall pretty quiet. And we are getting into that time of year when we would expect quiet fall harvest conditions. Okay, now in case you missed it, this is the October outlook. Take a look at it for your area. I think things of note here, the west and the east above normal, and a strong dry signal in here. So let's really hope we get that rain this week because it looks like overall it still looks pretty dry. That's this week's briefing. Take care.